say.
Yeah,
I
she's
can't.
good. She's quite good. No, you will. You can as well, but you have to make more practice. You are too perfectionist.
I have to learn how to write an essay.
Yeah, you will in a short time, I think. It's just a matter of technique and exercise, of course.
That's nice.
So let's go and share this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? English file.
I'm so worried about exam.
Did you enroll? Did you enroll already?
Yeah, but 1 month ago for June. Do you remember that we?
Yes, I don't remember the
Mid
date.
June,
June.
16th.
The 16th.
Finger
What about?
crossed.
Yeah, finger crossed.
Finger crossed. I'm too far.
You're not. Come on, it's just some other. Sometimes it's even, I tell you, a matter of luck.
Yeah.
Because it depends what is going. Okay, so that was your essay, the one about the community service. So the question was, do you agree that community service works better than fines, and effort and time and lesson learned and your own idea? Actually, you are putting all the points, you are considering all the points, and even the technique that you used to write it was good, but I'm not sure that you understand what does community service mean.
Yes, I don't understand.
Oh, you do.
I don't.
So the things, community service is when there are some people that are committing some crimes, crimes not too serious like murders, of course, but when they steal, when they, or people they are trafficking with drugs, you know, any kind of crimes that is before a murder. So not so serious as a murder is. In England, they are giving you the possibility of, instead of going to prison or paying a very, very heavy fine, you are committed to community service. That means that you are doing those kind of works that should be serve the community for free.
Servizi sociali.
Yes.
Yes, it's a sort of a punishment, but
it is a punishment.
Yeah, but in the firstly, I try to convert, change, transform my first thinking to the correct one, because the first thinking, it was not correct.
Yes, you told me.
So I changed a little bit my argument, but probably I'm not so.
So anyway, let's see the language. And then, so my main idea is that most people do not respect the surrounding environment and the other people. Okay. They are much more worried about fines than community service. So here it seems that they are just fine, for example, for people they are throwing some paper on the road, and they are not. I mean, there are people, they are stealing or they are trafficking with drugs. I mean, serious crimes.
Which is the meaning of the question? Do you agree that community service works better than fines? What do you mean?
The fines is the money that you have to pay if you are committing a crime that is not so serious. But actually fines or any, but they could be included even to be in jail, to be in a fine. You are, is what is the fine is not just the multa, but is also the punishment that is going to give you, for example, going to prison. Okay, so
But this question,
it was my exercise. The exercise that I send you, how to write an essay, and then the exercise of the 3 essays together. Okay. Okay. So anyway, let's go on into the language without considering too much the meaning. Firstly, it is extremely hard to teach people in terms of respect. To teach people respect, I would say, is not in terms of, because you're teaching what? You're teaching respect, to teach people respect. So, comma.
Okay.
I think that fine is a good reason. So if you are talking about fine in general, or you say fines are a good reason, or you can say that a fine could be a good reason.
Okay.
You can't say fine is. Fines are, okay? To prevent any bad action. People do not like to lose money, okay? However, I prefer people dedicate their time to help. You can't say the other people, you say the others or other people. One or the other, okay? So the others, instead of giving penalties. I don't think is the right verb to put. I prefer is not a choice that you have. You are not given a choice. Do you prefer this or that? No. I would think that it could be better.
Okay.
However, I think that probably, you see, dubitativo. You are not given a choice.
Okay.
It is difficult to deal with people that behave in a bad manner, and consequently, there could be no good results. That's okay. People are more afraid of policemen, plural.
Policeman.
Yeah, plural.
And
fines, okay. Finally, community service could be very useful when children go to school crossing dangerous streets, or when old people live alone without care of their family. I got what you mean, but it's not clear here.
Okay.
Because you're missing the concept. Because I think what you want to say, tell me if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Finally, community service could be very useful to help and to organize some service to help children crossing dangerous street in front of the schools, or to help old people that are living alone without care of their family. Okay.
Okay.
So very useful when is the concept is too in the air. It's not, you're not expressing your idea. It's not logical. There's no connection. In conclusion, during community service, that lasts more than a fine, here you have to put another comma because they are a positive. That are all those words, sentences, short sentences that are explaining and giving more detail on the main sentence, but you have to put within two commas. In conclusion, during community service that lasts more than a fine, you can learn a lot. Even if you don't put this, it does make sense. This is the positive. During community service, you can learn a lot. Okay, so put between two commas. You can learn a lot and you can take the right time. You can take your time. That means, yes, you can take your time to understand better the effects of your bad actions, especially if you put your underneath. You put your after. So you can take your time to understand better the effect of bad actions. Okay. So, by the way, something that is that I want to show you about this appositive, that it could be useful when you're writing, especially for people like Valentina that are really volcanic and full of ideas. When you're writing, if you learn this technique, it could be much better for you to. Okay. So, do you see the positive slide?
No.
No. Okay, I'm going to share it with you. Okay. So, not just recognize, but start to use it, the appositive, because actually it's making your writing richer. Okay. Can you read, Vale?
An appositive is a noun or noun phrase that renames another noun right beside it. The appositive can be a short or long combination of words.
Okay.
Look at this appositive example, all of which rename insect. The insect, a cockroach, is crawling across kitchen table.
Okay, cockroach, I'm explaining, I'm renaming the same thing, but the sentence, the insect is crawling across the kitchen table, is already a complete sentence, but I want to give more details, so I say a cockroach, and then.
I don't see the right part of the phrase because
you can move the our faces underneath. I put it.
Hai fatto un casino. Ecco qui. I can move. Okay.
Okay.
The insect, a large cockroach, is crawling across the kitchen table.
Okay, and so we can even add some more.
Yes, but what does it mean? Crawling.
Crawling is going on 4 legs.
Ah.
Go on, Vale. She's freezed. Valentina stopped.
Probably the connection.
Yeah, the line. Yes, it's the connection.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Good.
It's un quadrupede.
You will understand. The cockroach.
Yeah.
You have ever heard about a cockroach?
No.
Is an insect.
Yeah. Cavalletta.
No.
Caravaggio.
Yes.
Che schifo.
Go on reading.
The insect, a large cockroach with hairy legs, is crawling across the kitchen table. Mamma mia.
Go on.
The insect, a large, hairy-legged cockroach that has spied my bowl of hot meat, is crawling across the kitchen table.
You see, this is a way of giving more details. And then there are, of course, some example. Oh, this is very nice. Ross, do you want to read?
During the dinner conversation, Clifford, the messiest eater,
yes,
at the table, spewed mashed potatoes like an erupting volcano.
This is disgusting, isn't it? And
my 486 computer, a modern day dinosaur, chews floppy disks as noisily as my brother does peanut brittle.
Yeah. So you get all the words. So during the dinner conversation, Clifford, the messiest eater on the table, spewed mashed potato like an erupting volcano. My computer, a modern day dinosaur, chews floppy disk as noisily as my brother does with peanut brittle. If you don't know what a brittle is this one. This is brittle. Okay. Okay. I think that it's enough for. Okay, this is another, and there are other example. Go on.
Jeanette's bedroom desk. The biggest disaster area in the house is a collection of overdue library books, dirty plates, computer components, old mail, cat hair, and empty potato chip bags.
Yes.
It's a table of my daughter.
Your daughter. By the way, is your daughter okay with the computer, or you think we're gonna jump the lesson tonight too?
No, it's okay, because do you have
we missed 2 lessons because she didn't have the computer.
Okay.
But
okay.
she didn't
I didn't know the last one. I didn't know.
If you can check it out. So if I know that she's not gonna take the lesson, I'm gonna organize something different, because last time and even the previous time she didn't tell me until the last.
Yes, because probably I can give my computer.
Okay, you got time until 7 o'clock.
Yes, I understand. And now I understand the point. So because the connection it disappeared, the Wi-Fi in her computer.
Yes,
so no Wi-Fi in general. So
I see.
It's strange. So I changed something in the computer. I did something inside, but I didn't know that she missed the.
Yeah, she missed 2 lessons.
Okay. So now for this, I suppose it's back or tablet.
Or let me know anyway.
No, but it's not.
It's okay. It's okay. You got yours.
Yes.
Okay. This one is nice as well. Reliable Diane's 11-year-old beagle chews holes in the living room carpeting as if we're still a puppy. You know, of course, this language is quite complicated, but it's giving you an idea on how you can use and give more details in the correct form without doing 2 long sentences, but by building sentences one inside the other like a matryoshka. You know, that is a very good way. And of course, it's always separate from the rest of the sentence with commas, always with commas. And that's it. I think that all of it. I'm going to, okay, it doesn't matter.
But it's a very complex way of writing. So
it is. Maybe, but sometimes when you don't know how to write your ideas and you don't want to do just short phrases, short sentences, one after the other, you can try to give more detail by using this technique.
Okay.
So you can add also a lot of words for the count of the words.
This is, if you're missing, for example, 10 words, you are giving more detail and you're putting an appositive inside.
It's a chance.
It's it's a chance. It is actually. Okay, let's get into our book. I think that we arrived. Let me see here. Let me close.
We had to check the last exercise, I think.
Yes.
Leonie. At page 58.
I did it, and I checked it with the answers, but
Yeah.
probably, I did right.
Did you?
Incredible.
Good.
It's incredible.
Incredible. No, why? It's not incredible. At this stage, you should be okay.
Because my book is without answers.
It is.
You
Yes.
didn't buy the right book.
I don't have the answers.
Are you sure, Vale?
Yeah, it's written here.
On the cover.
Without
Yes, without answer.
No, not on
Ah.
the cover, on the...
But even on the cover, there should be.
No,
Without
the
answer.
cover,
Yes,
no.
yes. Yes, yes.
Ah, no,
without answer.
Yes,
Yeah,
without
without.
answer.
Oh, poor you. Poor
Oh,
you.
poor me.
No. Yeah. So what page was it?
58, I think.
Okay. Let's go on together. If you want, Vale, I can send you all the sheet with the answers.
Yes, please.
Okay, I will. No problem. Let me write because you know otherwise I'm gonna miss everything.
58, okay.
Yeah, this is this one.
We
With
have
Leonie,
to
yes.
listen again.
Yes, I think it's better.
Yeah.
I think. So I'm going to and then I write everything down for you. Okay, that is listening part 4 of test 1. And number 9.
Listening test 1, part 4. You will hear Leonie Steiner talking to an interviewer about her work as a music teacher in a school. For questions 24 to 30, choose the best answer, A, B, or C. You have 1 minute to look at part 4.
Okay. Training, exam practice. It's long one before they start. Okay.
I have with me Leonie Steiner, who's had a distinguished career both as a pianist and as a music teacher. Leonie, who was your first ever piano teacher?
There's a long piano-playing tradition in my family, and from a very early age I was keen to start playing. In earlier generations, fathers and mothers had taught daughters and sons, but both of mine were working full-time. So, from the beginning, they had me taught at home by a tutor. That would have been shortly before my first year at primary school, where I also had lessons.
And when did you actually start giving lessons?
In my late teens, by which time I was giving solo performances. Some professional musicians give private classes to make enough to live on, or perhaps to find out whether they would make good teachers. But for me, it was never a conscious decision to become a teacher. I'd always enjoyed working with younger students, doing what I could to help them develop as musicians. And without realising it, I was becoming a teacher. And ever since then, that, together with performing, is what I've done.
And what kind of students do you prefer?
I'd say those who perhaps aren't naturally brilliant, but respond well to intensive teaching and go on to become top performers. More so than those who seem to have been born to play at the highest level, or students who've been taught the wrong way and need to get rid of bad musical habits. That can be hard work for both pupil and teacher.
And what do you think of the standard of music education in our schools nowadays?
It varies widely. I get the impression there's been a general shift away from putting pressure on students to achieve exam success to a more skills-based approach, and I think that's to be welcomed. The media sometimes talk about a shortage of qualified music teachers, but I'm not convinced. I'd say there's a much greater need to invest in new pianos, violins and so on, ensuring they're top quality, so that students really like the sound they make. Because the key to success is making sure pupils enjoy their music lessons, both in terms of playing and singing.
Do school music lessons normally include singing these days?
In the majority of cases, they still do. And it's generally popular among pupils. But a lot of them are afraid of doing so in public because of what other people may say or think. That's a great pity, I think. And if a child wants to sing, I feel strongly that they should always be encouraged to do so.
You're very highly regarded by your ex-students, many of whom have gone on to have successful careers. What do you think has made you such a good teacher?
Well, if that's true, it probably has something to do with the fact I've always found it easy to get on with those of a different generation, whether they're at primary school, secondary school or university. In that respect, I don't think I would have benefited from actually being trained at college as a music teacher.
Looking back over your career, what big decisions have you had to make?
Well, in my late 30s, I wondered whether I'd still have the energy needed to keep doing lessons as I got older. But once into my 40s, I found that wasn't an issue. Also, around then, I was offered the position of assistant head, and I had to think carefully about that because I would have been on a much higher salary. But in the end, I said no. It would also have meant I had less time for doing lessons and for performing. My response to an offer of work in another country was the same, though I found it much easier to make up my mind about that one. I've never regretted staying here.
Thank you, Leonie.
Okay, I think there's no need of listening another time.
That is the end of part 4.
Okay, because you already heard it last time. So just remember, when you're doing this part of the exercise, if it's an interview, that means that all the questions are divided into these numbers. So 24, question 1, question 2, question 3. Even if they are not they are not writing exactly like the question is, but the meaning is that one. So, you know, he's asking something, but here, because it's a direct speech, here is a sentence, not a question. It's a sentence at the third person. Leonie first starting learn the piano. So the question was probably, when do you start to learn the piano, with different words? But you can just follow the answer that she's giving in order. In another kind, where there's no interview, but there's just one person that is just doing a speech, a complete speech, you have to be careful because there's always a word, a key word that they are mentioning before they are giving the correct one. Always. Like we have done before. Do you remember the one, for example, that was doing the extreme sport, extreme windsurfing, something like that? There's always a word that is telling you, like a ring, that is telling you that the answer is going to arrive. Okay, so you have to be careful when they speak, even if, because you don't know where they are going to give the information. The cue, that's it. That's the cue. Very good, Vale. Okay, so 24. What do you put?
C.
C, yes. Good. 25. Let's ask Vale because she didn't correct. You correct, Rosanna, so we see with Vale.
Yes,
Okay.
even if there is not the answer, there is also the you can see the
Why the others are wrong.
yeah.
Yes, yes. For example, in they say it is C because they say from the beginning is the moment where starting the piano with a private teacher, she say from the beginning. So it was our first start in learning.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead, when they say, for example, it's not B because she say before my first year at primary school.
Yes,
So
and
that's
also
why it's C.
she has relatives, musician relatives, but they worked,
Yes.
and so she had the private teacher.
That's it. That's it. You understand perfectly well. Okay, 25.
I put A for the pleasure of seeing others learn.
That is, yeah, it's good. Correct. Yes. 26.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. I couldn't decide A or B. Finally, I choose A.
And it was B.
Yeah,
Okay.
B because but I don't know why I choose the B, but for my general understanding, comprehension, I put B. But
Because
not
when she say Leonie most likes to teach student who, there's a part where she assess and she say more so than those who have great natural talent. So she would prefer people that they need.
learn hardly.
Yes, learn hardly. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, 27.
Okay. B.
B,
Yeah.
yes, is correct. 28.
Hard. I put B.
A.
It is A because
Okay.
it was about singing that a lot of students she doesn't
afraid.
say that they are too embarrassed, but she say that they are afraid of the judgment of other people listening.
Yes, because
So
one is the consequence of the other. If many students are too embarrassed, there are few students that want to learn.
yes, but the reason is the problem is just because they are embarrassed, not because they don't want to learn.
Okay, okay.
It's not, it's a yes, it is, as you say, a consequence one of the other. Actually, you're right. Yes. 29.
29. 29, I put
Go into the logic. If you were a teacher, what would you think?
choosing a particular age group.
Actually, I don't think you, if you were a teacher, Valentina, you would choose your students. But you, is not an ability. Because if she has success, that means that she's not just planning to have success, but she has to be some natural skills.
Natural
Like,
ability.
yeah,
C.
yeah, that's it, that's it.
Okay.
And 30?
I put B.
It is B. Very good. You did very well. Excellent, Vale. And of course, Rosanna, that you
No,
already...
I probably no. The last one is not.
Wasn't
for me.
correct.
Yes, for
Yes,
me.
but even if you are doing a couple of mistakes, it doesn't matter, really.
No, but I was up to the position and I had to think about it because I wouldn't be on so much. But at the end, I said no. I don't understand because I said to turn down
So she say, at the moment she say, that was an issue. Remember, an issue, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So when she say about to refuse the promotion, and she said that was an issue.
Okay.
That was an issue. So that was her problem.
Okay,
It's not A, because she say I found it much easier to make up my mind about this one. So she doesn't care about offering if she's going to go abroad. Okay. Now let's start to get a bit of speaking. That is important as well. Remember that the speaking, the main part is with you and another candidate. Unfortunately, you're not going to have the exam together. I'm sorry. But don't worry, we're going to prepare yourself as well. So read part 1 information, Ross.
Yeah. Part 1 lasts about 2 minutes. One of the examiners tells you their names and asks for yours. Then you give him your mark sheet. You answer a question from one of the examiners. You don't usually talk to the other candidate. Part 1 tests your ability to give basic information about yourself and to talk about everyday topics such as your work or studies, your family, your free time, and your future plans. One aim of part 1 is to help you relax by getting you to talk about a topic you know a lot about yourself. To find out how your speaking will be assessed, go to the Cambridge English Language Assessment website.
This last, I think you don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just do your exam. Don't think how they will assess your exam, because it's not a problem of yours. So don't worry about it. Okay, so now we are going to learn a bit of expressions that are basic and they are very important when you are starting this kind of conversation of the part 1 that is strictly connected with your story, with yourself. So you have to talk about yourself. So of course, you have to give example. You use the expression for example. Which other expression can you use when you are talking about giving example?
Such as?
So let's say, such as, yes. Then?
For instance.
Like.
For instance, yes.
For instance.
Like, yes, very good. So which, what about to give a reason?
Because.
Because.
The reason is.
The reason is. Another one.
So.
So, yeah, very good. Okay, now let's get into to add information.
Also,
of course.
And as well as that.
As well as that.
As well as that. And often,
yes. And of course, to ask for repetition, these are very important. And don't be shy, use them.
No.
Yes, you have to.
Pardon?
Pardon. It's not French. Pardon. Actually, my way is beg your pardon.
Beg your pardon.
Beg your pardon.
And sorry, I didn't catch that.
Very good. And of course.
Could you say that again, please?
Oh, yes. Do not be shy and use them, because it's completely normal, especially in this period that you are both obliged to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So when you are wearing a mask, of course, it's much more difficult to get what they say, and they know it, and they've been told that they have to repeat and be very clear when they speak. So don't worry, if you ask for a repetition, is absolutely good. That's well. Okay, now we are going to hear two candidates, Hanif and Yara, that are doing part one. These are the questions that the examiner is going to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you from? What do you like about living in your hometown? What sort of things do you do in your free time? In what ways do you think you will use English? So just trying to be now the examiner and not the candidate. Yes, it's a difficult task. And they have to understand if. So you have to respond to these items. You have to sound quite confident, and we know that Hanif didn't. We will see if Yara does. Is generally easy to understand the whole, gives full answer to the questions, uses quite a wide range of language, it's polite to the examiner, and probably gets good mark from part one. So now you are an examiner and you're going to listen this exam of Hanif and Yara together, and you even understand how is the exam done. So there are two candidates and they start with one question to the other, and then candidate A and candidate B. Then the second question, they start from candidate B and then candidate A, the same, okay? Same question like a tennis match, okay? Now listen and decide and put no or yes if you think they are using all these skills.
Speaking Test 1, Part 1.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my colleague, Stephen. And your names are?
I'm Hanif.
My name is Yara.
Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Here you are.
Please.
Thank you. Where are you from, Hanif?
From Rabat, is capital of Morocco.
And you, Yara?
I come from Brazil, and my town, it is called Santos, is in the coast, not far off Sao Paulo.
First, we'd like to know something about you. Yara, what do you like about living in your hometown?
Well, it is much smaller than Sao Paulo, so is more quiet, and the people is more friendly too. Also, there is the wonderful beaches where you can do surf.
And what about you, Hanif?
There is many beautiful buildings and the monuments, but is town modern too.
Okay. And what sort of things do you do in your free time?
Pardon?
What sort of things do you do in your free time?
Oh, I like stay with friends. We go sometimes for sport or seeing any movie in cinema.
And what about your free time, Yara? What sort of things do you do?
I like best to go to nice places with my friends, like the gardens by the beach. Is, I think, the most longest in the world. Many people enjoy taking the bicycle there, though I prefer go by foot. Is really lovely.
Okay. Now, thinking about the future, in what ways do you think you will use English?
I'll do business studies at the university, and for that I need to know English well. As well as that, I want to travel in Europe and North America, that are countries where English is very important.
And you, Hanif, in what ways do you think you will use English?
Same, really. For study and the travel is very important, the English for me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I like doing the examiners. Examiner.
You like it. It's easygoing. It's not easygoing. I think it's difficult.
No, it's
My,
difficult.
my friend that she's examiner, she had her exam last week
Ah,
because they have to give exam for examiners every year.
okay.
Because they have to be updated, they have to know. So she's just had their exam last week because she's doing the examiner the first in the exam in the 1st of June, unfortunately in Austria. I'm sorry. But probably Valentina will meet her. Yeah. Okay, so who do you think sounds quite confident? Anif, no, and Yara?
Yes.
Yes. What about number 2? Is generally easy to understand?
Yes, for both.
Oh.
Actually, Anif is not easy to understand because
Yes.
he was making many mistakes. So the mistakes are making the comprehension quite hard to get.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
But okay, but he speaks slowly and even if with mistakes.
Yes, but you can deduct. But with mistakes, the understanding is compromised.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, give full answer to the questions.
I put both to you. Yes, I put yes for both.
No, Hanif didn't.
No.
Poor Hanif. No, it's not
I'm
really
sorry
prepared.
for Hanif.
It's not prepared. I mean, you can talk much better than him. Number 4. Uses no. Hanif
For
and Yara?
yes, for Yara.
Yes, for Yara. It's polite to the examiner.
Yes.
Both, yes, both is very polite at least. Probably gets good mark for part 1.
Yara.
Yeah, just Yara, yes. So do you remember if they used any expressions from exercise 1?
Pardon?
Pardon, yes.
Pardon.
Yes.
I didn't remember.
They say so.
So.
Like, as well as that. So
but, usually as well as that, one can...
the same as well as that. The same as.
The same.
Actually, if you had never used this expression, it's quite difficult that you are going to use it immediately now. But you can try. You can try. Put some notes when you are going to do the exercise for the speaking. Trying to use more new expressions because in this way they can become part of your own vocabulary and you can use them more and more often, more naturally, okay, when you're doing the speaking exam. Now we are going to do a kind of first speaking exam, okay? Yeah. So 2 minutes, we got 2 minutes, but don't worry about time. So now you're talking to me, but you have to be very careful of the question I'm asking to the other one. Okay. When I say thank you, that means that you have to stop speaking. Okay. Actually, I don't know if you will be given the the sheet, the one that is given to you, the mark sheets, because of COVID. I don't know if this passage of sheets is still on, or you're just giving your name, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Hello, have a seat, ladies. Welcome here. I'm Miss Paula, and this is Miss Anna. She's just watching us without speaking. Okay, the second examiner. Okay, let me put it down. Okay, good. What's your name, Miss Rizzi?
I am Valentina.
Oh, you're Valentina. And you?
Rossana. My name is Rossana.
Okay. Where are you from, Rossana?
I'm from Rome, that is in Italy.
Okay. And you, Valentina?
I am from Rome, that is in Italy, and near the sea. I live near the sea.
Ah, very nice. Okay, Valentina, what do you most like about the house or the apartment where you live?
It's a flat, and I like very much the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big kitchen, and I can eat inside it with my friends. And also I like very much the living room to stay together with my friends.
I see. And Rossana, the same for you. What do you most like about the house or the apartment where you live?
My apartment is located on the 4th floor, and so it is sunny, and it many times it's windy because it's open. So it's not eaten by or it's not between the other palaces. I don't know, buildings, the other buildings. And I like very much the balcony because I like the sun, to have some bath when I'm in the weekend. So
Thank you.
And I like also my living room, because it's the largest part of my apartment, because the other rooms are very small.
Okay. Which do you think, Rossana, is the best day of the week and why?
My best day of the week is certainly the Saturday, because it's before Sunday. and during this day I can do a lot of things. I don't know, shopping and I can do my how can I say, reading and something that I like to do in my free time. And I have another day, so an additional day, Sunday, to do the homework, houseworks, and to prepare some dishes for the next week.
Okay, thank you. And you, Valentina, which is your best day of the week?
My best day is Sunday, because it's my free time from work, and I also, because on Sunday I dance flamenco on the street, and I love very much to dance on the street, to put my wares my special words to dance flamenco.
Good.
And it's a lovely time on Sunday.
Very good. What do you usually do on your birthday, Valentina?
I love to eat my favorite cake, that is a strawberry cake with cream, and my mother usually makes it for me, and it remembers my grandmother's cake, and so it is a special memory for us.
Very
to
nice.
eat this kind of cake together with my relatives.
Very good, excellent. And you, Rosanna, what do you usually do on your birthday?
I usually invite some friends and my families to for lunch or for dinner. It depends on the day. And the day after the party. So on my birthday, usually I do a party and a trip, a day trip for natural. I don't know how can I say, but in natural, in a park.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know how to say.
Okay.
Day trip in the outside, not
Okay.
in the inside part.
Thank you. How often do you watch TV, Rosanna?
I watch TV on the evening after the dinner, and for a small period, because before watching TV I do all the houseworks, so that's it.
Yes, good. And you, Valentina, how often do you watch TV?
I use watching TV in the evening to check the breaking news, and I love to watch romantic movies on TV, and that's all, because I don't like very much live programs, and so I prefer watching a movie and then going to bed.
Okay. And tell us about a TV program you really like, Vale.
I like natural reports or scientific ones, and documentaries also, and I love very much to watching concerts, live concerts on TV, and that's all.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Brave, bravissime. Se fate così, top marks. Entrambe. No, veramente. Allora, le cose a vostro favore sono molto bene, Rossana, quando non ti viene qualcosa, invece di fare what can I say? Hai detto un paio di volte, I don't know how to say it, ma non ti aspettare che ti diano il là,
No, perché non mi veniva.
Va benissimo così. Ok,
ed
è meglio cercate per cui di usare tutte quelle parole che vi danno il tempo di pensare. Let me think. Oh, difficult question. I never thought about it. Okay, let me think. Especially if you are the first one asked, because if you are the second one, you have the time to elaborate. Something. But once you are the first and then you are the second, so is the same. Sometimes they are even taken with 3 people, but I think it wouldn't be the case in this period, because of course they tried to get less people together. Okay, so you did really well. I'm so glad. So next time we are going to go on with the speaking part 2, 3, and 4 all together. I think we can do it. I don't anticipate to you anything at all, but I'm giving to you some exercise for practicing something. Okay, let me write for next time. That is the 25th.
I can do some practice with my daughter.
Yeah, sure you
She
can.
can accept.
She's brilliant. You can do it. I think she's really brilliant. And you can do it because even if she doesn't have, of course, the vocabulary that you have, she's so cute and she can think of alternative solution without, and she never, she has just to get in improving her vocabulary, but she's brilliant, so trying to do it if she wants.
So probably it's important that you suggest or
Yes, I will do it. I will do it. Okay, okay. From page 61, speaking. And I'm going to send exercise.
Complete? Sorry, I missed the...
No, nothing here. I just want to ask you what kind of exercise, because now we are doing almost everything about the exam. So, you know, reading and use of English, this is the first test that is completing with the speaking. Writing and speaking. Okay, which one do you think are, and listening, of course, you are weakest? Because if you feel, for example, that you are weaker in listening, I'm going to send you some exercise for the listening.
For me,
and I think it's the hardest one.
The listening and the reading of use of English.
The use of English when you had to transform the sentences, maybe. The part 4 of use of English. Do you remember the part 4 of use of English?
Yes.
Where you have to transform the sentences.
For me, it's the writing. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
For a writer.
Yes, because I told you, because you want to be perfect. So accept the fact that now you can't be perfect as you are in Italian. Accept it. You have to elaborate it and go on, but you can arrive to be the same. So I write as well. I always wrote anything. I was writing novels. I never published anything, of course, but since I was a very young girl, I was writing. I'm still writing a lot. So when I was starting to write in English, my feeling was the same as you have now, because I say, I couldn't write so well in English like I'm writing in Italian, but it's not true. At the end, you could write very well, because they have to come naturally in English. When the things are coming naturally in English, not translated from Italian, you will write better. The thing is this, you have just to think of your sentences directly in English without translating your ideas. I know it's difficult. I know it's not immediate. You need a lot of practice. Okay,
Yes,
you can do it.
I think it could be useful to read some other writing. Writings.
So try to use the exercise that I sent you, because the exercise of the essay was divided into 2 parts. The first part is how to write the essay. And so you have all the directions of what to do, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And so this is technical. But then when I asked you to write 3 essays, I was writing my own essays at the top, at the bottom. So you find the essays.
Okay.
And if you want something to read, some essay, something, I can send it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
I'm not a writer, so
But
I'm a
you're
story.
correct. You have just to understand very well the topic. You understand the topic, that's it, you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because anyway, you are used to write in English at office.
Mm.
Even if it's
Economic.
yes, it's economic, but you're not translating from Italian into English. You're writing those items about this topic very well. So you can do the same with any topic. And Valentina, it's useless that I tell you what you can do because there are limitless possibilities of improving.
Yeah.
Okay. So I give you a big
Okay.
kiss and I
Many
see you
thanks.
soon. To you.
See you.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
sweetie.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
sweet
you.
people. Bye.